Why do we need Big Pharma? Why do we need...
Can you guys hear him? I can hear you. What's up, dude? He's here. Can you
What's up?
see him, Marv?
Can y'all hear me?
I
Yeah, I
can.
can hear you.
Can you see him?
What's going on, man?
What's going on, guys?
Welcome to the show,
How
man.
are you?
Good. How are y'all doing?
We're
Trying to get
pretty.
this lit up.
We're
Yeah,
pretty good.
man,
I'm
we
pretty
doing
good.
good, man. You know, we're just trying to get this new year started, you know,
With
some more
the
guests and
bang.
some more knowledge.
Oh yeah. I can't wait to talk to you, man. Well, I'm talking to you now.
I know. I don't see you, but I can hear you.
No, you both can't see me.
Nah,
You're
It does.
like
Oh,
not seeing it right now.
yeah. We get that a lot. Or probably Instagram keeps us in jail, bro, and we do nothing wrong. Don't worry,
That's
it'll
really
come out
surprising.
good on the
You know,
back.
Instagram and Meta is really a standout company.
Yeah, then.
yeah,
At least they let us rock how we do here.
you
So,
know how it is.
brother, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your history with the cannabis plant? Take it in.
So I'm 33, living in the Carolinas right now. I was born in Ohio, raised in South Carolina, lived out in Oregon for a few years, learning how to grow. I'd always kind of been a connoisseur before then, smoked for years. I always preferred to smoke over drinking. So after going out there,
Oh yeah.
learning how to grow and everything, during 2020, whenever COVID was big, lived out there for a few years, had another baby out there, decided to move back east. But I didn't want to go
Congratulations.
back to South Carolina because the laws are a little more strict there. So
The
decided
Carolina?
to, yeah, South Carolina. So I'm in North Carolina.
Oh,
A little bit
okay.
better here. And I've lived here before too. We loved it in the area we're at, so we decided to come back this way. And it's been a blessing, really. We love it here. We're happy with where we picked, and
Are,
it's been good so far.
are they cannabis friendly there?
So it's decriminalized, and you can get like this right here. This is some THCA that I got at the dispensary down the road. This is actually my first time trying the THCA, to be honest with you.
What's
I've tried the
Mhm.
gummies.
what,
The gummies are hitting.
what's THCA? THC? What's the A?
So basically, the way I understand it is, it's the same as THC. Like it's the real stuff, just not as strong as we're used to. So
Okay.
essentially, it's very low percentage THC. But with that being said, that's why the gummies are a little bit better, in my opinion, because you can pack a lot more of it in that gummy, and it's going to hit you like the real ones I would buy out in Oregon.
Right.
As far as
Gummies
the
hit you a little.
smokeable stuff, apparently you
Gummies
got to
hit you a
smoke
little
like
differently.
5 joints to get the feeling of one joint, and it doesn't
Oh,
last as long.
yeah. Is there a reason you're smoking that instead of uh
Oh, I got the real one in here. I just got this earlier whenever I was picking up the wife some gummies. So
oh yeah, I
I
love it,
grabbed
yeah.
it, figured I'd try it. I figured I'd start with this one. That way I wouldn't get too high, and then I'd be able to smoke this one after.
So
He's
I thought
microdosing.
good. Good. Do you smoke often? You smoke a lot? I smoke every day.
Yeah, I'd say probably every day. I don't smoke like always throughout the day because I'm hanging out with the kids and just getting shit I
Yeah.
need to get done. But yeah, I'd say every day, especially in the night. Like once those kids go to sleep and it's
Oh
my
no.
time. Oh yeah,
Adult time.
I'm taking dabs, smoking, taking a gummy, playing a little bit of Xbox, watching a
Hell
movie.
yeah. You're a breeder too?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I started doing that at the same time whenever I was out there in Oregon growing. Because I've always been fascinated. Like I love everything cannabis. Like even before I started growing, I've always wanted to grow. My biggest thing was like we moved out to Oregon because it's like, man, I want to be involved in the industry and learning how to do all this stuff and grow the best stuff I can without the fear of somebody coming to take my damn kid away from me. You know.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I started learning that too while I was out there, and yeah, it's been fun, and actually, I actually won with my own strain
Yeah,
at the East Coast Connoisseurs Cup.
hold on. We're gonna get to that. Someone said Wholesale Tony. What a great name. My name's Tone. It says where in Oregon?
Eugene, Eugene, Oregon. Go Ducks.
Eugene,
I'm a
Oregon.
Tar Heel though, but you know, it was
Yeah,
hometown.
it's all neighbors. You get
One,
neighboring.
tell me
Yeah.
about tell me about this cup. Tell me about this cup and
I'm
give
wait.
me the
Listen,
whole
hold on,
give
Tom.
me
I'm
the
wait. I'm
whole
waiting for
thing.
North Carolina to just change up things, man. Because that's my retirement state, man. You know.
Yeah.
I think it's on the horizon. For one, people don't realize how big the North Carolina market is. There's a lot of heavy populated areas and different areas throughout the state.
They're not
There's a
okay with
lot of
it?
universities in the state. So I think it's going to be one of the next states to fully pull the trigger.
Cross the
Yeah, for sure.
fingers, man. We're
It's
rooting
about
for
hey,
we're
the
rooting
whole
for you.
federal government is about to be, man, for real.
Oh,
Yeah. But I mean, even
man.
that being said, I've talked to multiple law enforcement people, even in Oregon and here, and even in South Carolina. And I'd say most of them really aren't that worried about it anymore. For one, they can't tell the difference. Shit, I couldn't even tell the difference from this. Like, this is the best
Right.
THC and stuff I've seen. I was like, I was looking at it. I was like, damn, y'all selling the real stuff here. They're like, no, we're not. So if I couldn't tell the difference, I know they can't tell the difference.
Yeah,
And they
yeah,
got
Amen.
more important things to worry about. You know, it's like, why would
yeah.
they waste the money,
They're gonna
time,
be
and
spending a
resources
lot of
on that?
hours
You got,
trying to
yeah, you
figure
got
that
people
out.
ODing on fentanyl and stuff. Like, no
Yeah,
one's
Oh
right,
yeah.
dying
right.
from this.
I would assume so. I would assume they would really just get cannabis off their to do everyday list and
Yeah,
to harass because hopefully so I've heard horrible things law wise with cannabis in the Carolinas.
yeah.
I know you said you're close to it. What isn't tell me a little bit about the laws there on it. Like so what is it? What are they what can you do? What can't you do? What are they allowing? What
So,
is the problem?
Well, for a home grower,
Yeah, for a home grower.
so as far as growing, I don't think there's really that much progress on it unless you have a license to be able to grow, like, you know, a big facility. I think predominantly outdoor of, you know, the THCA or the Delta 9. Um,
gotcha.
and that's kind of a common theme you're seeing in like the southeast is even states that are legalizing or going that route, like they don't want people growing at home. They want you buying their shit.
Fuck that.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
No, why? I don't. That's not gonna work, man. That's not gonna work for for the people wanting to grow. It's a different. You get something different after from just growing your own rather than just going to the dispensary. It's a whole therapeutic process, and unless
Yep.
you've grown a plant, you I don't think they understand that because they're pushing paper. They're not in the garden, you know.
There is pros and cons to it too, because the good thing about with everything going on is, like I said, now as far as the lawmakers, you know, we won't necessarily get into that, but as far as the law enforcers, you know, once it's legalized to a certain extent, I don't think they really care about going around and getting home grows. Now, if you got a big field with 3,000 plants, you know, they might come knocking at your door if you don't have a license for that.
Gotcha.
But I don't think that
Gotcha.
they're worried about it in the sense of enforcing it that much as the lawmakers. Uh, but
Is
yeah,
it,
I think the good
so,
news
so
is,
you're
like I
saying
said,
they're trying to control it? They're trying to control it,
Where you get
basically.
yeah, because that's kind of like the theme behind all the lawmakers. It's like even the
fuck
states that are
that.
legalizing, look at the cut that state and government officials are getting of that. You know what I mean? So of course they don't want us home growing or getting it from friends that are home growing because they ain't making money off of that. But
Right,
everything that gets bought legally, you know, they're getting
right.
a hefty cut of that.
It's that serious.
Well, I know in Connecticut when they started to talk about how the home grower what's in it for the home grower when they were going to legalize it. because it was just basically a financial thing. You know what I'm saying? That they stress. You know what I mean? Not everybody has the funds. You know, I mean, you see the prices that are in some of these places. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
Yeah.
so. I mean, not everybody has the funds to keep up the medicine, but I mean, we would like to be able to grow a certain amount of plants where you will consider enough to get us through the year. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I honestly believe anything under 100 isn't any of their business.
Right.
Anything? What? Under what? 100 what?
100 plants. I think that like if it's legal, then anything under 100 should be just leave them people alone.
Oh.
All right. Tell us why you think that.
Just because, you know, I feel like once you get over that point, you know, then yeah, like that's you're talking about a lot of money being involved just all around. There's going to be more crime, or more possibilities of people getting robbed and that kind of stuff. Whereas if you keep it under wraps, you know, and everybody doesn't know about it, and it's not drawing a lot of attention, you know, it should be okay.
Yeah, because 100 plants is a lot of plants. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And I was
looking at it for a home grower.
Yeah. I was kind of going that number more like inside wise, because then kind of depending on the size. You know, obviously 100 outdoor plants is going to be a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever grown anything like maybe like 15 at a time, maybe 20 when I was hunting.
Yeah.
But 100,
oh my God. And that's a lot more reasonable too. You know, it's like, that's just my personal opinion about it. But you know, I think they should be at least 15 to 20 should be allowed. You know, don't cap it off like 4 to 8.
For sure.
Absolutely.
For sure. I wish anything could be allowed, but you know how it gets, man. You know how it gets. Once you allow something, you know, people start wanting to take advantage of it. And like you said, that creates a lot of crime, and that creates a lot of, you know, people looking at it all over again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Might
for sure
taking a look at it all over again. But I just want to be able to have an advantage to grow something. I mean, they're not going to be knocking on my door or anything like that. You know what I mean? But I just want to just grow something. If they say 5, shit, that means 10. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that. That's right. What's the most plants you've ever grown?
Like at once, or like indoor, outdoor combined, I guess.
Separately, indoor first. How many?
Most at a time, indoor would be 45, and most at a time outdoor 15. But I also had a small yard in Oregon too, so I kind of used my space.
What
do you? So you doing both?
Not now.
Not now. You just doing indoor now?
Yeah, and especially since we've been here, like I've made a lot more seeds too. Done a couple breeding projects in the meantime.
What got you?
Yeah, we're gonna get into that, man. So you know what I mean. But I didn't know about indoor, outdoor. Like, what do you prefer? Like, you started outdoor?
I guess it depends. Like as far as like growing, I feel like I like the outdoor better because it's just much a natural environment. The plants are getting bigger. It's exciting. As far as like consuming, indoor for sure. But except I do like the outdoor being processed into like rosin and edibles and stuff like that. And as far as cost too, that another like especially nowadays, with electric and all the cost of nutrients or whatever you're using, indoor is going to be way more expensive than your outdoor. So you much rather use that outdoor bud to break it down, wash it, and get a lot
Oh
less
yeah.
than what it was, as opposed to your indoor.
Right.
You do all that? You make dabs and everything?
No, not make dabs. I mean, I've made like bubble hash and stuff with, some of, my trimmings, to kind of play around with, practicing air drying and making edibles and that such.
Okay, I got you. Marv, I had a question, but I totally forgot. I do apologize.
Yeah, man. I wanted to know more about his process. I mean, so you making cookies and stuff,
Yeah.
or what? Like, can you give us in detail like what you working on? You know,
Like right now.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I recently, had made some of like just washed some bubble hash, made some bubble hash from like some of my trimmings from last year. More so to make some room in the freezer because it was taking up way too much space. And now in my garage right now, I have a bunch of seedlings popped, some loving in her eyes, a bunch of my stuff, probably about 7 to 8 different strains of my stuff. And then I also got some stuff from my buddy Phil. Shout out to Phil, my buddy and mentor in Oregon. He sent me some feminized seeds that he had been working on over the last year that haven't even been released. Like, it's just me and him are the only people that have them. So I got some of that popped right now, and all that. I'm going to be submitting a lot of that stuff to the cup in July. Well, it'll get submitted in June, but the cup in July.
That's what's up.
Absolutely outstanding that you won an award at that Cannabis Cup, man.
It was a good time too. Like, met a lot of cool people. It was real chill and relaxed. Like, I couldn't say enough good things about the guy that put it on. Wandering Hashishian James. He's been a real cool guy. Everybody that I met from through him too at the Christmas party, Tar Heel Christmas party. Met a bunch of cool guys from the Carolinas there too, and that's really my favorite part about all this is you meet so many cool people, through this plant. Like, it's very, very rare that you run into some other like, cannabis consumers and stuff that you don't like. Some are a little bit more obnoxious than others, but it's very rare that you run into people that, you don't find something in common with.
Right. I got you. Yeah. I mean, I feel you. I feel like that on here, man. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if I was ever in the Carolinas, that I'd probably be able to hit you up, man. You know what I mean? Like, gotta be. It's got to be a lot of ways where we can connect because all we have is each other. You know what I mean? So
sure.
Me and Tone definitely always looking to keep people in mind and see where they're at a few years from now. Because we're going to be travelers.
Oh, yeah.
You guys might go up and be the next burner and cookies and shit. I'd be like, we have an interview with him. It go up too, Marv. It's going to go up.
We're going to be travelers.
Amazing stuff.
For sure.
We're gonna be going up in facilities, and we're gonna trying to see see how people doing 5 years from now.
How did you guys? How long have y'all been doing this, and what got you into doing the podcast and everything?
This was Marv's brainchild. I just handled the marketing on the back end. This was Marv's idea, man.
Like I said, man, we just wanted a platform where it ain't no negative, no hating, you know what I mean? None of those negative words. I don't want to go into depth with all the negative words, but you understand what I'm saying. It's just like I just want a platform for anybody, you know what I mean? Not people who've got 12,000 followers and 200, you know what I mean? Just anybody who has the passion for cannabis.
It's the small guys that really make the industry. It's like the cannabis industry is kind of like the food industry.
They have,
Yeah,
right. For sure.
Yeah, like the cannabis industry to me is like the food industry. It's like everybody knows McDonald's and Burger King and all that, but where do you get the best food? The small pop shops.
Right. And a lot of gardens out there looking really good. A lot of people got a lot of knowledge. Knowledge isn't just right, where the the big YouTubers are. You know what I mean? The knowledge is everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
I find
So,
it, yeah, it's fascinating talking to the you guys do it on a very intricate scale. Yeah, they do it commercially and it's huge, but I don't know why that doesn't intrigue me more than like a home grower, a personal home grower. So I don't,
We care more about the quality. They care more about the profit margins,
right,
yeah,
which
that might be
right,
they
exactly
have
it.
to a certain extent.
right,
Well, yeah, but they can
right,
enjoy the damn plant, you know. All that money they're making, like, put some of that money into like making laws and helping us, man. Like, because
Right.
it's like hell in some of these states that are not, as they say, they're red flag, or I don't know what that means. I don't know if I said it right, but it's hell. It's
Yeah.
hell because they act like this is like a whole. Well, they got it scheduled as like fucking Schedule One, so they act like it's that, and it's really not. And I think they know that. They
Yeah.
just don't know how to. I'm figuring out from all of you guys that it's all about money, and they're already
Oh yeah.
rich.
right. Some states are gonna have to let some people go. You know, some people are gonna, you know, it's gonna be a lot of things going on. It could be lawsuits. It could be a lot of things. You know what I mean? For reversing things. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just
Oh
think
yeah.
about it. A lot of people's been out, you know, away from their families, man, because of having some marijuana on them or something like that. And now all of a sudden, these buildings can just produce mass production of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Like
one
all
from
those
one
people
extent
get
to the
let out.
other. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like those
So
people shouldn't even be there. But
thank you.
especially now, so like you know how mad they got
Right.
to be fucking sitting in there while someone else is doing what they got locked
yeah,
up for.
yeah. Down the road is a big ass dispensary down the road. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, man.
That
Yeah.
yo, I couldn't imagine feeling. That's Yeah, they're still doing it, man. They can make money off of it, but they gotta like balance it too. They can't just, because it don't make sense. You got people in jail that it's legal in the state that they sold it in. It's about time y'all let them go, right?
Right.
Like,
Right.
I don't know. Maybe it's just wishful thinking, but I pray that they change that shit soon, because that has to be destroying a
Oh
lot
yeah.
of people's families. Okay,
Yeah.
back to your breeding. Your breeding, man. So all those strains that you have on your page, those are yours?
Yeah. Yep.
Holy
And
how long
actually,
have you
that's what
been?
I was looking. That's what I was working on like the last year. I kept like my male pollen, my best males, because I kind of pheno hunted all the females back in 2022, and pheno hunted the males at the same
Facts.
time. So I kept that male pollen and crossed it with all the females from all the other seeds from other brands and stuff that I popped, and created all those. And I I actually got some of those going right now. I'm going to end up submitting some to the cup. I just don't know which ones yet.
The one you won with the cup. What did they see in that strain that give you the win?
I don't know because I mean I don't know anything other than it was the highest graded out of everything. I know
Indica.
that they all loved it and everything, but I didn't get any of the details. It was really frosty, like covered in trichomes. Smelled good. It was really smooth. But what's funny is it wasn't even my favorite that I submitted to the cup. I was like, it would be awesome if this won, but I actually love the Diamonds and Pearls from Loving in Her Eyes. That was my favorite submission.
Diamonds
But
and
hey, it worked out.
pearls. So what name was it that won the cup, your award?
It was the Carolina Cookies, number 17.
Indica. Best indica?
Yep.
Absolutely. How does that make you feel? That sense of self-accomplishment. It's just not you just didn't get a sticker in school. Bro, you won the fucking cannabis cup. Come on now.
Yeah,
How does that make you?
it was really surreal. It definitely made all of what I had gone through in the last few years worth it because we moved out to Oregon as a family in 2020 and then moved back. And then after moving back, I found out about the cup a few months later. Started all this, all those seeds and everything, and essentially got ready for it as I found out about it in the beginning of the year. So it felt really good. It made me feel like I was on the right path.
Yeah.
Like I was where I was supposed to be, and it was cool. It felt like winning twice. Winning Best Indica and winning with my own strain. So, but I was more so like I was happy that other people liked it that much
Yeah.
because I'm most critical of my stuff. Like you won't see anybody talk more shit about my bud than me. Because the entire time I spent in Oregon, all I did was buy the best shit I could find every week. So I'm always
Try to get
comparing
you
my stuff
comparing
to
it.
that.
Absolutely.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, right, right.
Dude, that's
Right. I
absolutely
was just looking
amazing.
for the real smokers, man. I was looking for the picky ones, the ones that, and and that's how I determine whether or not, it's a fight. And,
Yeah.
if 10 people in a row is saying, whoa, 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 you know what I mean? That
Oh yeah.
means something.
Yeah, it definitely made me feel good, especially because, like I said, man, I was, I was happy with everything I submitted to the cup. I was happy how everything turned out. It was my best
Hey,
grow so
go through the process of how does that go? Like, how do you enter one of those things, and how do you enter your strains in there and from beginning to end? How does that go? Are you selected or what?
So the way they do it is they have like the certain dates you got to sign up and like pay for your entries and all that wise. So I want to say it is uh, starting April 20th. It's either starting April 20th or up to April 20th. You have to buy your entries through their website. You can enter up to 3 times per category. They got best indica, best sativa, auto flower, and then they have infused, a few different infused categories, some for like edibles, and I think they have like a other for like creams and stuff like that. So you submit everything. You got to like buy your entries and submit that you're going to be submitting something. I think by a certain date, and then everything has to be turned in to the guy putting on the cup by June 2nd. After June 2nd, I want to say 2 weeks later, everything gets sent to all the judges, and everything is totally. No one knows anything. No one knows what category it's in, the name of it, who it came from, nothing.
Oh my God.
Actually, yeah. So it's
Bro.
just like for the indica entries, it's just number 1 indica, number 2 indica, number 3. So that's all they know. They don't know who grew it, what's the flavor, nothing.
Oh
So they're truly
my
judging
God.
the quality of that bud.
Right,
Do you know
right.
how many inches they probably
That's
had
how
to
it
go
should be,
through?
man. That's how it should be, man. I mean, I'm a big
Yeah.
believer of favoritism.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I love how it ran because I've been to a cannabis cup in Michigan. I judged a cannabis cup in Oregon, and I've been to another one prior to that. But we know, especially with certain cups, there's a lot of bias that goes on. So it's
Right,
not always
right.
the best that wins. So I love the
real.
way that they put it on because it ensures that there's no funny stuff because you're truly
Right.
judging on your favorites.
It's not supposed to be, man. We want to know what's for real.
That's right. If
What's
it,
better than real.
Yep.
I don't want to
Right.
smoke your friend shit. If it don't deserve to win, fuck out of here.
I'm
Really,
glad you won that, man. That's
yeah,
a blessing, man. You know what I
dude,
mean?
I
That's a
appreciate it. You
that's
blessing.
guys have to come down this year. I think it's a straight shot down 95.
what?
Listen, that's where my mom was born, man. You know what I mean? My people's from down there. You
Yeah,
know
we
what I
got
mean?
to
It's
Okay.
always
check one of them out. There's a lot of events going
we got
on.
people down there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. It was my first
absolutely.
time being to Richmond. It was a cool area. We had a good time. Joe, especially my buddy Joe, he had a great time.
So
He's probably my right hand man. My right hand man, stretch kicks. My left hand man, they probably help me out with anything I ask help for. Really, whether it be from construct, because that's another thing I built lately, or I did lately, was I built new grow rooms, ditched all the tents, built sealed grow rooms in an office. My buddy Stretch helped me with all that. My buddy Joe helped me with getting all the material and everything. He's also he's a Army vet or a Marine vet.
thank
Yeah.
you
So,
for serving.
yeah, those are my guys right there. I couldn't
It's
do
good
it
to have
without
a nice
them.
team,
And my
man.
wife.
Support each other, man. That's awesome, man.
How,
Blessings,
Yeah.
man. For sure.
how hard is it to make a grow tent? What are you building this out? Building a grow tent? You building a grow room in the building?
Yes. so I essentially built grow rooms in my garage around the where the tents were. Like I left the beds in the bottom of the tents and everything, and just built rooms around them, and then built me an office where I had like the tea. That's what we're in right now. So my office right here, built this, and a couple, and then I got a couple grow rooms out there. I'd take you over there, but it's
You don't have to. No.
Not good service in here. I'll probably lose you.
No, you're fine.
All right.
It's so good to hear you say you're all the way in. Okay, so what do you you're a soil grower.
Yep, no-till living soil.
You don't. That's what you prefer. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, I started out with cocoa and mills, and that was great. You know, especially learning how to grow and everything. Like that was, you know, it wasn't easy, but you know, like it was a great starting point. And shout out again to my buddy Phil. You know, he helped. Like I've asked that dude more questions. Probably call him more than his dad. I do call him more than his dad. So he's helped me out a lot through all of it. But from going from mills and seeing hydroponic grown, I never grown hydroponic, but after doing the no-till living soil, especially because I pheno hunted in cocoa and mills. So I saw what everything looked like whenever I picked it. And then whenever I re-ran it in the no-till living soil and seeing the like trichome production increase, the flavor, the smell, I was like, oh no, I'll never go back. If anything, I might build bigger beds because the more plants you have in the same soil, you know, they like work together. It's like they sync up.
I mean, can you tell me a little bit about your living soil?
Like what I put in?
Right.
Well, I mean, so it's a lot of process to keep, you know.
Yeah. How are you doing your soil, like keeping it? Yeah.
So I reuse a lot. Like so, a lot of the because I used Roots organic soil whenever I was doing pots, and then I was feeding the mills, and then I switched to organics in pots. But all that Roots organic soil, I put at the bottom layer of my beds, the old stuff. And then on top of that, I replaced it with new Roots Organic, amended soil with down-to-earth fertilizers. Yeah, that stuff there. I use it for everything. Then on top of that layer, I put about that thick of a layer or so of organic compost. And then on the compost, I sprinkled in my clover seed and then put straw over that, watered it up, clover going nice and plentiful, and then planted my plants in there. But I just cut out little circles, you know, and let the rest of the clover go.
Yeah, you got all of it, man. You got the
there's some other stuff in there too, like as far as like what down to earth nutrients I used and a little green sand and stuff. But I love it. Like the plants love it. I didn't see not a single deficiency the whole time, and on any they love it. And that's like I can't express that enough. It's the best way to go if you're looking for quality over everything.
That's why I asked. That's why I was fighting a couple of deficiencies last time. That's why I asked you, what do you do? Everything you guys tell me, I try to put it into good use. So much information. Living soil.
I got a couple of beds. I got a couple beds in my cart, man. I'm trying to change over and trying to redesign where I'm at so that I don't have to move the soil at all, move anything. You know, just
it's a lot of soil you gotta do. You know,
you want to tap on it?
No, I'm sorry.
Did you say you want to do hydroponic? You want to get rid of?
I said I wanted to get some beds.
Oh, okay.
Right, I didn't want to. I got pots. You know what I mean? A lot of times, you know what I mean. I'm revamping the soil. You know what I'm saying? And trying to get. And right now, I'm having some issues. You know, not back issues. So I'm trying to keep myself healthy, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure out a way how to get it higher and not have to move things around so much. You know what I mean?
That's my buddy right there, Redline guy. That's Phil. No till for life.
Yeah, I got to understand that.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I'm telling
Shout out
you,
to
like
that.
especially once if you could do like a 4x4 bed, that's a good size, or even like a 2x4. But like just having the living soil bed, man, it's crazy the increase in trichome production and everything that you want when you're consuming the flower.
Right. Facts. I'm with you on that one, 100.
One day, I'm gonna try all this stuff, man, because it's absolutely. Where do you see yourself? Mac is in the building. Real Mac once.
What's
Where
up,
do you
Mac?
see yourself going? You got a lot of accolades, man. Like you got a lot of accomplishments. You got a lot of your strains. Like
I love the logo. I love the brand, man. That's dope. You know what I mean? I like it.
Thank
What you
you.
doing?
What's funny little quick thing about the logo? Shout out to Fiverr.com. Because I drew up both my
really,
logos, like an idea of what I wanted, found a guy on there, and hooked me up with 3 separate logos, pretty much like what I was showing him, but way better, for like $70, 60, $70. But this is
Shout out,
amazing.
man. Blessings, man.
I always thought that site was I don't know. I never
It's
used it,
hard to
but
find them people, man. You know what I mean? One that's not gonna try to jip you or whatever.
these days,
It depends on who you get too, because other ones are going to charge more. You know, it's like I honestly just happened to find the right guy for exactly what I wanted.
Right. I mean, I'll pay for a good logo. Like I had to develop a relationship with Art, the guy who we have, and I'm pretty sure when I go back now, he can look out for me. You know what I mean? For whatever project
that's
we got.
so. Hell yeah. It's good to have a nice logo. You're branding yourself, man, and getting yourself out there. I'm sure a lot of people have seen your logo so far. You got a lot of people that vouch for you too, bro. Carolina.
That's awesome. I'm happy with everything turned out. I got these hats done at my grandma's company. So I got some black hats and then some gray hats, same thing, but in the middle. Some shirts. Actually, I got it all on my Carolina Connoisseurs page. So got the hats. And
You even got like t-shirts and everything, and like crop tops.
Yeah, I have to get you guys some stickers.
Huh? What?
I have to get.
Uh-oh, what happened?
I lost him for a little bit. See if he come back.
Yeah, he's dope, dude.
There.
It works.
There we go.
Here we go.
We'll rock the hell out of your merch, bro.
Yeah.
And tag and all that. I love it.
I do some stickers, I was saying.
You do stickers too? Oh, man. Don't worry, bro.
Got it.
Bro. It happens.
I think somebody was trying to call me is what happened.
Oh, yeah.
It happened.
It's cool.
It's all right. We're all good, man. And they want to know what you're smoking, man. I mean.
Oh, shout out to Phil again. This is actually Deadhead crossed with Hawaiian Rain. Hawaiian Rain is something new that they were working on. It's nice. It's got like that gas, but it's like sweet sour aroma kind of. I don't know. It's very unique. It's hard to describe.
Is that what you smoking? So what you grown?
This stuff?
Yeah.
No, I didn't grow this. My buddy Phil that I was talking about, he grew this one.
I'm only cool with some people that I know who's growing, man. But any other than that, I seem like I got a phobia. But anything else?
I'm smoking Lebanese Oaxacan. I'm high as fuck. I just smoked the whole cone. That's what I am. Sorry.
And I know what's not in this. Most importantly, I know who grew it. I knew where it came from. Like it, so I know it's all good. So
say it again. Absolutely. Yeah. That's the most important thing.
Right here, man. I got this. This is that. Shout outs to Hawaiian Grow Cannabis, man. I'm on this BLT right now.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, that's how I do. Yeah, I'm growing all types of
sounds good.
from him. Oh, yeah. popping seeds here left and right. I love everything about it, and every strain makes me feel different. It has a
Yeah.
different effect. It helps me for different reasons, like creative wise. Like, oh man, these new strains that I've been growing, like the Lebanese and things like that from Defiant Seed, it made part. Yeah, dude, it makes us musically, and I love it. What does smoking marijuana, cannabis do for you, man? What does it do for you?
I'm definitely much more relaxed. That's for sure. Like even some of my friends tell me like, "Man, you're always just so calm and like relaxed and cool." I'm like, not on the inside all the time. That's for damn sure.
I know the anxiety is there. It
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
there.
especially for everything, kind of like we've already talked about and everything, and just even like from like I wouldn't say a rough childhood, but some rough things in my childhood.
Oh yeah,
Now being a parent, like I feel like it allows me to just be relaxed and not worry about anything else, and be the best father I can be day in and day out.
absolutely,
Tom,
absolutely.
you saying something about the sound, Tom.
Huh?
You mentioned you asking about the sound.
What's wrong with the sound? What's wrong with the sound? I have no idea. You guys,
I kind of hear it, but I don't know what it is.
Can you hear? Can y'all hear me out there? Who can? What's going?
hear
Can
you.
you hear anybody? I don't want to go too far, and you can't get. You know what I'm saying, Tom?
I hear you. I hear you.
And
What do you want to do, bro? I can
You want to go
hear
out?
the
well, I wanted to see if they
It's a bad echo.
it's bad. Yeah, that's bad. Coming in fine to me. Okay. It sounds like the phone is in water, but
Right. I can hear something like that too. Every time I talk.
I think it's my fans.
I doubt it. I think it's Instagram.
All right.
It's Mark Zuckerberg.
Everyone pause one by one. I don't know what we're gonna do, bro.
Someone turn the volume down on the phone.
Let's try it. Turn mine down.
What about now?
Is it
Sound check.
still there?
Yeah. How's that?
Mark, do you have a speaker playing in the background?
It's an echo.
Here, let me try this.
Can you still hear it?
Let's see if
It's still
is it still an
there.
echo?
I can hear it. Every time I talk, I can hear it. Muffled.
Sound check. Is it me? Can you guys hear me? Tom, can
Yes.
you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. But everything is so weird. I missed this. Brian turned on video. Wait. This was a dope fucking interview. Either way, I'm so sorry for the technical difficulties. Instagram, still love Instagram. I can't lie. They still let us be stoners here. So
I hear
it's
it.
Tone's
I
mic.
hear you fine.
Please don't say it's my mic. What do I do?
All right. So he's
If I
back
stop
in.
it, restart the
Is
live.
he back in?
I have to restart the live, bro. That's the only way.
All right. Go ahead, man.
I'll be back.
Fine.